Namaste. Today is a very special day, 5th of November 2019. What's so special about today? Well, Jupiter enters into its own sign, the Sagittarius sign. It will stay here for over 1 year and will indicate different things in different people's lives. Another name for Jupiter in the Vedic astrology is Guru. Jupiter is known as Guru, the wise one, the repository of wisdom. Jupiter is also known as Jiva, the conscious one. So in a human being, Jupiter represents the conscious being who has become a human being and is passing through this earth, living his or her life. Jupiter therefore points towards the essence of our lives, we ourselves. Any movement of Jupiter, any position of Jupiter in the cosmic sky has different important messages for each one of us. But in general, Jupiter moving into Sagittarius sign is inviting us to look at our life's goals, our actions towards those goals, and our current position with respect to that goal that we have set for ourselves. This goal could be physical, financial, psychological, emotional, relationship, job, professional, business-wise, a goal in any dimension. So there could be mundane goals and there could be certain spiritual goals, but this 1 year ahead is a time to look at our goals. The Sagittarius sign is classically denoted by half horse, half human being, pointing a bow and an arrow, pulling an arrow back, aiming at the goal. In Hindi, in Sanskrit, Sagittarius is known as Dhanu, Dhanu Rashi. Dhanu meaning the same thing, the bow and the arrow. The focus has to come on the bow and the arrow of our lives. In general, each one is invited to look at his goals. In particular, I invite each one of you to have a discussion based on your personal horoscope and find out what is the message of Jupiter transiting through Sagittarius sign. The newspapers and magazines also carry out certain predictive aspects of this transit, but they are much more generic. In general, if the Sagittarius sign is in the 1st or the 5th or the 9th place or even 11th place from the natal moon sign, this transit would bring forward good news, happy tidings, progress, gains, profits. If Sagittarius sign happens to be in the 6th, 8th, 12th or even 4th house from the natal moon, it will bring about, or it indicates certain challenges or some areas of concern that one must need to look at. But the prognosis of this transit is not so simple. Jupiter, during its transit in Sagittarius, will pass through 3 lunar mansions, also known as nakshatras. So Jupiter will pass through Mula Nakshatra, ruled by Ketu. Then it will pass through Purvashadha Nakshatra ruled by Venus, and then it will pass through Uttarashadha Nakshatra ruled by Sun. Now, the relative placement of Ketu, Venus and Sun in individual birth horoscope will determine what this transit of Jupiter indicates for an individual. And based on that study, one could make decisions regarding starting of new businesses, starting of new relationships, managing health crisis or any other crisis, or taking any other important decision. Once again, I invite everyone for a one-on-one personal discussion based on your birth horoscope, and to discover insights and inspirations relating to your own life with me. For everyone, I send my best wishes and my prayers that this transit of Jupiter brings good news, progress, happiness, bliss, and a certain awakening within yourself. Namaste.